AI Business Brief for March 4, 2026. Google shipped Gemini 3, one flashlight at $0.25 per million tokens, cutting AI costs to 1/8 of their Pro model. Claude Code added voice mode for hands-free coding. ChatGPT's 5.3 update finally kills the take-a-breath condescension that drove users away. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. Next section, lead story. Google's Gemini 3, one flashlight just changed the AI cost equation. At $0.25 per million input tokens and $1.50 per million output tokens, this is Google's fastest and cheapest Gemini 3 model, priced at 1/8 the cost of Gemini 3.1 Pro. It's 2.5 times faster to first token than the previous two. 5 flash and 45% faster output speed, while scoring 1,432 on the Arena AI leaderboard and hitting 86.9% on GPQA Diamond benchmarks. What makes this matter for small businesses? You can now run high-volume AI workflows, translation, content moderation, data processing at a fraction of previous costs. The model includes adjustable thinking levels, so you control how much reasoning power you need per task. Simple batch jobs run cheap, complex analysis runs deep. Companies like Latitude, Cartwheel, and Whirring are already using it for real-time content generation and multi-step business automation. If you're currently paying for Claude Haiku or GPT-4o Mini for high-frequency tasks, run a cost comparison. Flashlight might cut your AI bill by 50–70% while maintaining quality. Google AI blog. Next section, tools and launches. Claude Code ships voice mode for hands-free coding. Anthropic rolled out voice commands to about 5% of Claude Code users, with broader release coming over the next few weeks. Type /voice to toggle it on, then speak commands like refactor the authentication middleware, and Claude executes. This is the first major AI coding assistant to support full voice interaction. No word yet on usage limits or whether it's built on a third-party voice provider like 11 Labs. If you're a Claude Code user, check your welcome screen for access. TechCrunch. Anthropic makes Claude memory free to attract AI switchers. Claude's memory feature, previously paid only, is now available on the free plan, plus a new import tool for copying your data from ChatGPT or Gemini. Go to Settings Capabilities to turn it on. The import tool gives you a pre-written prompt to run in your old AI, then paste the output into Claude. If you've been hesitant to switch because you'd lose context, that barrier just disappeared. Claude's recent Opus 4.6 and Sonnet 4.6 models are strong at coding and complex spreadsheet work, making this a good time to try it. The Verge. ChatGPT S5.3 instant update kills the condescending tone. OpenAI's new GPT-5.3 instant model reduces the cringe and preaky disclaimers that made users cancel subscriptions. The old 5.2 model would reply to straightforward questions with "first of all, you're not broken" and constant reminders to breathe. The update focuses on tone, relevance, and conversational flow. If you've been frustrated by ChatGPT treating every query like a mental health crisis, this fixes it. Check your model selector for GPT-5.3 Instant. TechCrunch. Google's Pixel 10 gets agentic Gemini that orders groceries and books rides. Gemini can now complete tasks on your behalf inside Uber, Grubhub, and other apps while you keep using your phone. You can supervise or interrupt at any time. Samsung S26 phones get this too. If you've been waiting for Siri to do this, Apple delayed it again. Pixel 10 and S26 owners can use it now. Circle to Search also got an outfit breakdown feature. Circle an outfit and search for individual pieces to buy. The Verge. Google's Project Genie lets you create interactive worlds from text. This experimental research prototype is available to Google AI Ultra subscribers in the US 18+. Describe an environment, forest, city, moon made of cheese, pick a character, tiny blue giraffe, giant pixelated doll, and navigate in first or third person. You can also start from your own images. It's like a text-to-game generator, built on Google's Nano Banana Pro model. If you're in creative industries, game design, education, storytelling, this is worth experimenting with. Google AI blog. Next section, Business Playbook, where GTM teams should start with AI from HubSpot. Marketing, sales, and service leaders are stuck between AI pressure and unclear direction. HubSpot breaks down use cases by readiness: established, works reliably today; emerging, improving quickly; and early, high potential but experimental. Established wins you can implement today. Define target audiences using AI to find right fit prospects, HubSpot's Breeze Assistant. Tailor content for channels. Write once, AI adapts for email/social/ads in your brand voice. Content remix. Emerging use cases to watch. Answer engine optimization (EO). Optimize for ChatGPT/Claude/Perplexity search, not just Google. AI customer agents that qualify leads 24/7 and book meetings with the right rep. The key insight: start with a specific, painful problem you want to fix, not with AI itself. Teams that succeed pick one workflow to automate, see results, then expand. HubSpot marketing blog. How to improve AI agents after they start failing. AI agents need maintenance. Model updates shift behavior, instructions get interpreted differently, and trust resets to zero. Here's the framework 1. Add version control and sandbox testing. Zapier Agents has this built in too. Set objectives and create a scorecard. Deal breakers, hallucinations, compliance violations, and quality scoring. 0 to scale on tone, accuracy, relevance. 3. Collect 2050 recent outputs, store in Zapier tables or a spreadsheet. 4. Test changes in Sandbox before deploying. If your agent's tone is off-brand, focus on style. If tool calls are unpredictable, dive into schemas and APIs. This is the unglamorous work that makes AI actually useful. Zapier blog. Donald Knuth on Claude Opus 4. 6. Solving open math problems. Computer science legend Donald Knuth was working on an open conjecture for several weeks when he learned Claude Opus 4. 6. Anthropic's hybrid reasoning model had solved it 3 weeks after release. It seems that I'll have to revise my opinions about generative AI one of these days. What a joy it is to learn not only that my conjecture has a nice solution, but also to celebrate this dramatic advance in automatic deduction and creative problem solving. If you're doing research or technical work, Opus 4. 6's reasoning capabilities are worth testing. Simon Willison. Next section, Pricing and Access Watch. Zapier Lead Router now available across all plans, beta. Lead Router automatically distributes incoming leads to your sales team based on rules you define: territory, company size, priority, round-robin or weighted distribution, with fallback assignments. The feature is free during beta, through March 2026. Successfully routed leads don't count toward task usage. If you're manually assigning leads or using spreadsheets for routing, this saves hours per week. Integrates with nearly 1,000 CRMs. Zapier blog. Gemini 3. 1 flashlight pricing, $0.25/1M input, $1.50/1M output. That's 1/8 the cost of Gemini 3. 1 Pro. Available now in preview via Google AI Studio and Vertex AI. If you're running high-volume translation, content moderation, or data analysis, this is a major cost reduction. Google AI blog. Next section, Industry Moves. Xiaomi planning yearly smartphone chip releases and international AI assistant. Xiaomi's president Lu Weibing confirmed the company will release a new X-Ring system-on-chip annually, matching Apple's pace. The first chip, X-Ring 01 3nm process, launches in China this year and overseas later. Xiaomi is also preparing an international AI assistant to launch with their EVs in Europe in 2027, likely partnering with Google Gemini. If you're tracking AI assistant competition, Xiaomi just became a player outside China. CNBC Tech. Alibaba's QN AI project loses tech lead after QN 3.5 launch. Junyong Lin, a central technical leader on Alibaba's QN team, stepped down one day after the company unveiled QN 3.5 open-weight small models 0, 8B, 2B, 4B, 9B parameters. Colleagues called it the end of an era and an immense loss. The departure came as QN was competing with OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic in the open-weight AI space. Circumstances remain unclear. TechCrunch. AI companies spending millions to block former tech execs' congressional bid. A super PAC called Leading the Future, backed by Palantir co-founder Joe Lonsdale, OpenAI, President Greg Brockman, Andreessen Horowitz, and Perplexity, is spending at least $10 million to defeat New York Assembly member Alex Bors. Bors quit Palantir over its ICE work in 2019 and sponsored the RAISE Act, requiring large AI labs $500 M plus revenue to publish safety plans and report catastrophic incidents. The PAC has raised $125 million to oppose AI regulation at the state level. If you care about AI governance, this race matters. TechCrunch. Pinterest stock jumps 9% after Elliott Management's $1 billion stake. Activist investor Elliott Investment Management made a $1 billion investment via convertible senior notes at $22.72/share, 30% premium. Pinterest will use the funding for a $3.5 billion share buyback. The company cut 15% of staff and office space in January to prioritize AI. Stock had dropped a third this year due to tariff-related ad spending pullbacks. CNBC Tech. X bans creators from revenue program for unlabeled AI war content. X will suspend creators from its creator revenue sharing program for 90 days if they post AI-generated videos of armed conflict without disclosure. Permanent suspension for repeat offenses. The policy only covers war content. AI-generated political misinformation and influencer scams remain unrestricted. Detection uses AI content tools and community notes. TechCrunch. In next section, quick wins. Automate Gemini with these workflows. Set up Zaps to have Gemini draft email responses, label incoming emails automatically, summarize transcripts from Zoom/Fathom/TL, DV and log in Google Sheets, or create a Slack assistant that answers questions inside specific channels. If you're paying for Gemini and only using it manually, these automations save 5-10 hours per week on repetitive tasks. Zapier blog. Automate Otter. AI transcripts. Create Zaps that auto-save recordings to Google Drive/OneDrive, turn transcripts into Notion pages with summaries, or create tasks in ClickUp/Asana from action items. If you're manually downloading and distributing meeting transcripts, this eliminates that work entirely. Zapier blog. Zapier VS, make for enterprise automation. Zapier is easier for non-technical teams. Marketing, sales, HR can build workflows themselves. Make has a steeper learning curve but powerful visual logic. Key cost trap. Make counts every step against your budget, including internal logic and failed runs. Zapier's total cost of ownership is often lower despite higher headline pricing. If you're evaluating automation platforms, read the full comparison before committing. Zapier blog. Next section, Outlook. 2 patterns across today's news. First, AI pricing is collapsing. Google's flashlight at 1/8, the cost of Pro signals a race to the bottom for commodity AI tasks. If you're overpaying for high-volume workflows, audit your model usage this week. Second, voice and agentic features are moving from demos to production. Claude Code's voice mode, Gemini ordering groceries, and Google's Project Genie all point toward AI that does things instead of just answering questions. The companies winning in 2026 are the ones automating workflows, not just experimenting with chatbots. Watch for Apple's delayed Siri agentic features. Pixel and Samsung beat them to market, and OpenAI's response to Claude Code's voice mode. The AI assistant wars are shifting from who has the smartest model to who has the most useful integrations. That concludes today's AI Business Brief. From Carolina Clear Tech. Stay smart, stay ahead.